So, meal preparation, very interesting topic. I've been thinking about making a video on meal preparation for quite a few months now, and since there are many people out there who don't have much time to spend in the kitchen, I thought that a tutorial on the topic might turn out to be useful. I believe that there is absolutely nothing wrong with opting for convenience whenever necessary, so the goal of this video is to demonstrate how easily you can prepare some nutritious food that is cheap and that stores well in the fridge. There are many positive aspects about preparing food in advance, but also some limits. On the positive side, there is the fact that you don't have to be concerned about cooking every single one of your meals for a few days. However, the limits are generally due to the fact that the quality and flavor of food worsen over time. So what's a good number of meals that can be prepared in advance? I'd say that anything up to 4 or 5 meals is appropriate. More than that might give you results that are difficult to manage and potentially unsafe. And since the last thing we want to do is to throw away good quality ingredients, it makes sense not to make too many meals at once, unless you perfectly know that you are going to consume them. And now, let's prepare some food. In this video we are going to prepare some baked sweet and standard potatoes, some steamed kale, a chickpeas curry, and a rice dish with mixed vegetables. For the sake of being efficient, we are going to make these dishes in an order that will allow you to be relaxed and at the same time to obtain great results with minimal effort. The first thing we are going to do is to cook the potatoes. To do so, start by washing them to remove any dirt present on the skin. Place them on a tray, cover them with foil, place the tray in the oven and bake the spuds for 50 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius or 390 degrees Fahrenheit. Try to use potatoes that are roughly the same size so that they will cook in the same amount of time. We are not baking a cake here, so there is no need to preheat the oven. Whilst the potatoes are cooking, you can prepare the rice and the kale. To cook the rice, simply follow the instruction on the packet or your favorite cooking method. We have a recipe on that on our cooking channel, which is linked down below. For the kale, we like to steam it for 13 minutes, which for us is kind of the perfect time to obtain soft and delicious leaves. Before moving on, I would recommend to wait for the rice and the kale to be cooked, so that you don't have to do too many things at once. We will incorporate some of the cooked kale into the rice as well later on. Once the rice is cooked, there is no need to cool it down, as it is actually desirable to keep it warm. When it comes to chopping the vegetables, there is no need to try to be artists or ninjas. Just try not to cut off your fingertips and to chop the ingredients into pieces of roughly the same size, so that they will cook evenly. The ginger and the garlic, though, are better when chopped finally, as they will better release their flavor into the sauce. As soon as the cooking time for the potatoes is up, you can remove them from the oven. To test if they are cooked, simply pierce them with a toothpick and see if it goes through easily. As simple as that. Now let's move on to the curry. For the curry we are using canned chickpeas, but you are free to make your own if you have the time. Drain the chickpeas and reserve the liquid, which is also known as aquafaba, and it can be very helpful in the kitchen. Start by cooking the ginger, the garlic and the onions in some water for a couple of minutes. We didn't use any oil in our dishes today, but you are free to use it if you wish to do so. Now add in the tomato paste, the curry powder, the chili, some of the water, and stir to combine. When the condiment comes to the boil, add in the chickpeas, the rest of the water, and bring back to the boil. Now all you need to do is to cover the pan with the lid, lower the heat to the minimum, and cook the ingredients for about 15 minutes or until the sauce has the thickness you desire. To turn the dish into something even more Indian, add in some chopped coriander or cilantro and stir it in. If you are not a fan of chickpeas, I'm quite sure that other pulses like lentils will work just as well with this dish. And now to the last part. First, let's cook the carrots and the peppers in some water for a couple of minutes. We barely cook them as we don't mind a bit of crunch. Then add in the peas, the cooked and chopped kale, and stir to combine. Now all you need to do to complete the dish is to add in the rice and the almonds, stir them in, and voila! The last dish is ready and you have just prepared enough food for 4 meals. It is amazing how many combinations you could obtain out of this basic recipe. Add in some garlic, some ginger, a touch of agave nectar and some soy sauce for an Asian-inspired dish, or maybe some of your favorite blend of spices to obtain a more Indian version. During the preparation of the curry and the rice we didn't really use any salt, so you might want to taste the dishes and adjust salt if you feel it is needed. Once all the food is ready, the very last step is to divide it into portions, let it cool down completely and store it in the fridge until needed. For the sake of being thorough and most importantly honest, here we prepared 4 meals of 800 calories each, which cost roughly $1.20 per meal or $4.75 in total, give or take. If you live in the UK like we do, it's 80p per meal or £3.20 in total. Also, to prepare all this food, it took us about 1 hour and 30 minutes. It is obviously up to you to decide how large your meals should be, as it really depends from the number of calories your body needs. For optimum nutrition, it is always best to eat a variety of different foods rather than always the same ones. So try to rotate the ingredients as much as possible and to eat a variety of colorful vegetables and fruits. This video wouldn't be complete without telling you a couple of simple things about food safety, which I find extremely important and also constantly omitted from meal preparation videos. According to the USDA, the most common cause of foodborne illness is improper cooling of cooked foods. Basically, bacteria are everywhere, even after the food has been thoroughly cooked. And for this reason, they can be reintroduced into the food and reproduce. To prevent this from happening, cooked food should be placed in shallow containers for quick cooling and refrigerated within 2 hours. Keep also in mind that prepared food should be consumed within 2 days and never reheated more than once. I'll leave you a couple of links about this in the description below the video. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you found this tutorial useful and that it will help you to be more efficient and safe during your cooking. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video.